is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Introducing Josh the Tartan Tornado Taylor. He's 140 pounds, even 5 foot 8 inches tall. And of course, he fights in that southpaw stance. Introducing
this bout.
All the talking. Here we go for round one. Neither fighter willing to slow down. They better start respecting each other's punching power. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Beautiful counter punch. When are we gonna see a jab from these two? This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. How about that time counter shot? Nice counter shot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. The jab doesn't quite connect. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
All right, now you're switching on. You done all that work all the way through camp? Great work. You stay focused now. Switch on and get your boxing back together.
And there's the bell to start round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
They blocked the left there. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. They blocked the left there. He threw a punch and just got countered. It all comes down to what you can do on the inside.
Sometimes I've been in with fighters that don't know what to do, don't have to break it down. Then you get a little dirty.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That hook's blocked. That jab misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Unlike the heavier fighters, these fighters throw so many punches, it's hard to keep up. And that right jab just misses. That jab doesn't find a home. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Taylor in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
You've completely switched off. Good work. You're doing good, kid. You're doing good. Oh, you let him back into the fight.
There's the bell to start round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
They blocked the left there. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Parries that jab away. He blocks that jab. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dares do anything.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And it's code red time for Josh Taylor. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
You'd like to see more jabs. He threw the hook, didn't land. last round still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Here we go to the fourth round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Both men step back for just a moment. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Can't score with that jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Done with that counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute up.
And there's the bell to start round 5. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice work to block that left uppercut. The charts action from both of these fighters. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And he scores with the counter. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He blocks that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Nice counter-punch right up the middle. How about that time counter shot? Missing with that right hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
I'm happy. Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round that you go back and fight. Great round.
Here we go in the 6th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Do you believe this? Here we go with these two lightning quick lightweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They blocked the left there. Just missed with that hook. They exchanged punches. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
A very competitive round here so far.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Back and forth they go. Both men step back for just a moment. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Come on, you're better than that. Get your mind back on the job. Back into the fight, kid.
And there's the bell to start round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to sort out to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
These punches coming from every angle. Swing and a miss with the jab. He misses with that straight left. The perfect counter lands. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
And we enter the 8th round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Can't connect with that right hook. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Lomachenko is buzzed. A much better game plan here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Good counter punching. Good counter punching. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Taylor in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Can't score with that hook again. He misses with that jab. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Blocks that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on the...
And there's the bell to start round 10. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
He missed with that jab. Nice exchange here from both men. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
If you're in with a powerful puncher, you know you've got to use brain, use smarts over it, because that powerful puncher knows he can depend on that power alone and neglect the technical side. You've got to be smart, frustrate them, use their own power against themselves.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Both men step back for just a moment. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They blocked the left there. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
What are you doing? You switched off completely. Get mine back. You stay focused now.
This is the 11th. We've entered the championship rounds. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
No rest for the weary. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Missing with the left uppercut. Did well to block that right hook. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in the guess.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Uh-oh, Lomachenko just got rocked. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
On to the 12th. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
There's a counter shot. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land. Whoa, wait a minute! Lomachenko in trouble. Looks like they've shaken it off.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way.
Down goes Lomachenko. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
That's lights out right there.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a...